Hi, Calculus. I just wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about the course guidelines. In Schoology, you can find the course guidelines right here under the Calc class procedures. And I just wanted to go over a couple things. You can take your time and read through it. In terms of Schoology, you can find everything that you need for the class in Schoology. Attendance-wise, whether we are in person or virtual, you need to come to class. Try to get here on time. We do a lot of activities, whether it's even virtually or in person, so you really need to be here right at the start of class. Again, you should not be cutting a class. If you do cut a class on a day that there is a test, and this probably pertains to when we're back in school, you will receive a 0 on that. So I can't stress that enough. Do not cut a class, and especially do not cut a class when we're having a test. If you're having difficulty with the test, please just reach out to me and let me know ahead of time. Cheating, please do not cheat. We talked about the FDU credit. Probably the new thing for everybody is this class will be a flipped classroom. And what that means, we really haven't been doing that too much so far this year. But for most nights, you will be watching a video by me. And after you watch the video, you're going to turn in something that I call a WSQ, right? WSQ. It stands for Watch the Video, Summarize Your Thoughts, and Answer a Question or Questions. They're going to be short little questions that you can submit to me. We'll do them either straight through Schoology, or we'll do them through the like a Google Doc or a Google Slide. That's where I really want you to practice that equatio. But they will be graded. They'll be graded for correctness even. So if you turn it in before class, right? Again, I can't stress that they're due before class. As long as you turn it in before class, you can continue to work on it until you have it correct. That means if you get a 0 on it, but you turned it in before class, I will give you some feedback or comment. In fact, I will give feedback and comment on every single one of them, so make sure you do know where to find comments. They might be things just such as, oh, great job, correct. Or I might say, go back and look at, this part of it. And you can continue to submit a WSQ that you got a 0 on up until kind of the end of the unit. If you don't submit the WSQ before the start of class, that you'll receive a 0 on, and that one you cannot make up. And then the other terminology I use with the flipping classroom is a PQ, and a PQ stands for practice questions. And these really are more typical to what you would be doing for homework. Whether we're going to be in a live class or in Zoom. We did one PQ 1.1. It was for homework, but really probably starting tomorrow in class, you're going to have your first PQs where you kind of come to class and work on some practice questions. Tests, quizzes, and projects, right? You can see here, I'll try to do all sorts of different types of quizzes, especially remotely. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to be doing it. I might try using Flipgrid, but we will have quizzes in here. When we get back to being in school, we'll do tests. I do like to do 2 or 3 a trimester. Virtually, I'm going to have projects instead. Everything will always be told to you in advance. When we do have a test, and if you score below an 80 on it, you can take a retest on it to improve your grade. The highest you can get on that is an 80. For quizzes, there's no retakes on quizzes. And then projects, we will be doing projects in this class. Obviously, we're already doing the selfie project in here. And just, check to make sure that you are turning those in on time. For calculators, an 83, 84, or an Inspire would be great. We will be using Desmos a lot as well. If you have an 89, I'm not sure if anybody has 89s anymore, but for those of you that are business juniors, you can't use an 89 on the IB exam. Since this is a flipped classroom, we don't really have a text in here. There will be videos that I do that you can always go back and look at. And then I also put in here right? It's in the Schoology site. If you look here, there's a resource. It's called Flipped Math. This does videos on everything as well. And then there's another textbook kind of resource called Active Calculus. So those are both things you can be looking at. But primarily the videos by me will be our source of a text or a resource in here. And then I do everything by, for grading wise, I do everything by points. So you can see that's a sample trimester. That's definitely not going to be what one specifically looks like, but right, we're going to just add everything up. So as we're going along in PowerSchool, you can see what your grade is. And then finally, once we kind of get back to school, I have an office in room 249 where you can come for help on Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays until about 2:15. When we're virtual, please just reach out and send me an email, and we can either do a quick Zoom or I can send you a video lesson on anything that you need help on. And that's a quick overview of the guidelines for this course.